$75 billion to help 9 million homeowners start your engines. Welcome, everybody. I'm Neil Cavuto, and Fox on top of a president trying to get on top of a housing mess that just seems to get messier, about 70% messier. That is how much housing starts tumbled in January. The president wants to reverse that by doing this, spending upwards of $75 billion to help homeowners stay homeowners. White House reaction now. Jared Bernstein is the chief economist for Vice President Joe Biden. Mr. Bernstein, good to have you. That is a lot of money.
Yes, Neil, that's a significant investment in helping responsible homeowners stay in their home. The plan, as I think you've been articulating today, has a couple of different parts. One helps folks who are trying to refinance into lower mortgages. We know that family budgets are really squeezed right now, and these are people who have absolutely kept up their payments, but because the price of their home has fallen, they've been caught on the wrong side of the housing bubble. Their loan-to-value ratios now are too high for them to refi, so we help them. The other part is the financial stability plan, which you were just talking about.
All right, but obviously most people in this country, at least over the past couple of years, have seen the value of their home decline, and I would dare say more than 9 million would be eligible, right? Because if everyone took advantage of this, the government would go broke, right?
No, that's correct. So what we've done here, you have to be kind of careful. Maybe surgical is too strong a word. You have to be careful not to invest your scarce government resources here in folks who really we're not targeting. What we're interested here are responsible homeowners who can stay in their home, who will be able to renegotiate a mortgage and pay a lower monthly fee, thereby avoiding foreclosure, which hurts them, devastates communities, lowers the price of housing really across the nation.
Yeah, but now, even if they're current on their mortgage right now, just the fear that they might not be, they can get some help.
Well, actually, that's an important piece of the problem. One of the reasons some of the things we've tried thus far haven't worked is because they've been contingent on people being really quite far down the road toward foreclosure, delinquent, already beginning the kind of foreclosure procedure. Now, the president shared a letter today from a woman who wanted to renegotiate, to modify her loan so that she could stay in her home. This is a working person who's trying to get by, and the mortgage servicer basically said, look, when you're delinquent, come back. Now, that's not the kind of bet we want to make.
And I know your intentions are very good, Mr. Bernstein. What I'm wondering, though, is how do you avoid folks from taking advantage of this who shouldn't be taking advantage of this, or even deadbeats, right? I mean, let's say you're paying your mortgage on time, and just the fear that you're, underwater or potentially could be, is that all you need to sign up and get this?
No. It's a great question, Neil. And the way we avoid that, I actually think we really got the incentives right on this one. The way we avoid that is we kind of share the pain in terms of losses that will be incurred here between the government, between the homeowner, and between the servicer or holder of the mortgage. Now, if you're one of the things that the lender has to do for this program to kick in is that they have to take down the debt-to-income ratio that borrower is currently servicing. So if someone's facing paying let's say 50% of their income to meet their mortgage, the lender has to bring that down to 38%.
But why does the lender have to do? But why does the lender have to do that? I mean, it's not the lender's fault. There's been a housing collapse, right? And all of a sudden, the lender is going to have to bite the bullet for what's been a national decline, right?
Listen, this is not simple stuff, so give me a second.
Sure.
The lender doesn't have to do this. This is voluntary. If the lender wants to stave off foreclosure and keep a steady stream of income coming in from that borrower who is someone who wants to stay in their home, doesn't want to walk away, has the income to pay a modified mortgage, the lender can opt into this program and do that. They take the first share of the haircut. They get that loan down to 38%. We then come in and split the difference between 38 and 31%. We get that 31% debt-to-income ratio set up. So now we have a lender who's servicing a debt that's 31% of the income for the borrower.
That is
now they've got a modified
very
loan.
quickly, by this definition, There's going to be a heck of a lot more than 9 million people who will want to take advantage of this, right?
Well, these are our estimates of who we think will be opting into this program. I mean, think about it. If someone has a very, very high debt-to-income ratio, it's quite unlikely that the lender's going to bring them down to 38%, right? So we're talking about people who are probably fairly close to being able to make it. We're going to push them over the edge, and that's the kind of opportunity we want to bring.
All right, be careful what you wish for, Mr. Bernstein. You might get tens of millions more than you planned on, right?
We'll certainly cross that bridge when we come to it.
All right. Very good having you, sir. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Jared Bernstein, the chief economist for the vice president.